So I thought for the 16 Pro Max, the Magbak Elite case was amazing. So let's see if they pull it off for the S25 Ultra too. First things first, the telescopic magnets. Where are they at? For the S25 Ultra, they are gone. Now that most likely has to do with the S Pen and it not working correctly with strong magnets nearby. Otherwise, I'm sure Magbak would have loved to add these as much as we wanted them to. Luckily though, there is no interference whatsoever when it comes to the S Pen, only when you attach a MagSafe accessory. And even then, it's very minimal. I must say, the magnetic strength is less than on the 16 Pro Max, and that's purely because of the telescopic magnets missing. And where I complained about the camera bump being too big on this one and the classic case for the 16 Pro Max, because they were making it so that the magnets couldn't fully attach to something. Now here on the S25 Ultra, that's really no issue since the camera bump is nearly flush with the case. So it can lie completely flat and therefore flush against anything metal. And it still has the special set of magnets hidden beneath the backplate, like we're used to with Magbak. So you could still use it with the Magbak wallet to create a kickstand too, or play around with the included magnet strip, which has adhesive on one side and attaches to the upper set of magnets on the case on the other. Now I used this for a while on the car, but found that the glue gets loose once the temperatures hit summer level, so it might not be the best solution for your car holder. But it's very handy for anything else. The buttons are still very clicky, so that's amazing. And they come in better colors this time around too with the customization packages. Talking about those, the side grips are still as grippy, but also as annoying to install. But like I said with the 16 Pro Max video, once they're installed, you really don't have to do it twice. So it's really an issue for only once. Now that grip on the back is still amazing too. Works really well and it just solves the problem of having to add another MagSafe accessory, in this case a grip, on the back to create the same experience. Now something else they changed is that pinky pillow or cushion. And if you hear that term for the first time, let me introduce you to heaven. It's great. You know how your pinky finger always supports your phone, but really it doesn't get the recognition it deserves. Sometimes cases are even uncomfortable at that exact spot. Now Magbak solved this issue by adding a USB-C plug made from silicone and then made it a little extra plush so that supporting the phone is comfortable too. Now on the 16 Pro Max, I thought attaching them, since you can exchange these, was easier, but maybe they got complaints about it flying out or something, who knows. But even though it might be more securely fitted in there, it's now as annoying as to put these side grips in. There is a huge difference in thickness of it though, so it's now even more comfortable. Now they still deliver these cases with a screen protector too, and I thought the front lip was less out there. Whereas with the 16 Pro Max, you could clearly see that they made the front lip a little bigger, as the idea was to use it with their screen protector. And it would only look good with their own screen protector. So you didn't really have a choice there. They made this design on the S25 Ultra more friendly towards users that didn't like a screen protector at all, or might want to use a different one. Now that's partly because of the square design on the S25 Ultra, but you can also notice it in its design choices. Now this case also features a kickstand on the back, and this was actually one of my biggest criticisms on the 16 Pro Max. I'm glad to say they fixed this. It's still not the strongest of kickstands, but it's much better than what it was on the 16 Pro Max. You could really say this is the 2.0 version. It's really not as flimsy anymore because it clicks into place. Whereas with the 16 Pro Max, it would fall down and feel a little more flimsy. Great work here. Now the S Pen cutout is great too, because you can use your fingers instead of your fingernails like on some other cases, while the S Pen is still being protected. And while design and looks are important, I didn't talk about that yet because this case is just full of features. I think the camera bump looks great, much better than the usual designs we see out there where it's just one cutout. And they aren't 100% flush, so they are actually protected as well. The fact that the case is rounded off is amazing for comfort, but it looks great too. And even though I love the new S25 Ultra design, I think it's not comfortable to hold without a case, so I love that feature as well. I thought the accent color packs are better. The colors are just better now, but I would love to see metallic buttons in future. The fit is on the tighter end, but that means it's secure as well. And for installing the case, you won't really notice that, but when you want to get it off, you will notice it's very snug. Now, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And if you aren't done watching S25 Ultra cases, make sure you click on one of these videos here, and I'll hope to see you